We are live. Good morning. Good morning, Donessa. Good morning, everyone joining us this morning. Welcome to the Women's Empowerment Series. This is a series for women, for female leaders, and to where we are inviting women from all around the world, showcasing the amazing thing they do and how they pave in the way for other women, or for young girls, young women, by being and standing as a leader in their field. And I am so honored this morning to have with me Donessa Arbas. Donessa, you are so welcome and so beautiful. So happy to see you this morning.
Thank you, Dr. Hynd, and it's also an honor and a privilege to be invited to this empowerment series. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
And so Donessa is connecting from Dubai, originally from Philippines, and is doing so many beautiful things. And I'm going to let you talk about the program that you launched for as a holistic healer and as an empowerment coach, and also the company that you launched in Philippines in housing and the many things you are doing. So tell me, I'm so excited. So tell me about your programs.
All right, so this program came to birth after I joined your Outbound Method program because at the time I was really struggling to find my niche with so many things that I can offer to the world. And so, truth be told, I did search for mentors for the right mentor,
Mhm.
and there was I was searching for alignment and for the right one who can understand my inner need as well as what I want to offer. And you just came at the right time, Dr. Hynd. And you know that right from the very start, when I first saw you and we had this initial conversation, that's when I knew deep inside you are the right person who can draw that out from me.
Wow. I'm so happy. I'm so honored and so humbled. That's really nice. And
Yes.
my objective in this Empowered Leaders Masterminds and the Band Method is really to help women see the power that they have inside them and find that program that what you have in you, the genius, so that you can let it out and you can help the world and impact the world with it. And that's what you are doing. So it's all your beautiful work, it's all your leadership, it's all you leading yourself to the amazing program. So tell me more about what you do in your programs, and maybe there will be some people interested in what you do. Tell me.
Thank you
Mm.
so much. So first, this program deals with healing as well. So we start with healing. The program is called 3R method, which stands for restoration,
Mhm.
and then recreation. So there
So
is a
three
portion.
R.
Yeah,
Three R. What is the first one? R.
restoration.
Restoration. Mhm.
Yes, and then we have recreation,
Recreation. Yes. And the
and then
third
the
one,
last is the reformation that's going to happen in your life and how you lead.
reformation. I love that. So
Yes,
it's like a three-step, three-phase program. Wonderful. And
yes.
how does it help a person?
Okay, so first, I believe that before we lead others, we have to lead ourselves. And every person in this world, especially those who have experienced well, have already experienced life, carry with them baggages. It could be an emotional trauma, it could be any psychological trauma. And I realized, not just on a personal level, but based on observation and interviews among people, that these I would say baggages have hampered the person from living his or her best potential. So
Mhm.
these blockages need to be eradicated first. So that's where we start leadership. We have the the control on how to handle our emotions and how to take charge and
Mhm.
control our thoughts. And
Absolutely.
from there, we bring out the creativity in us.
I love that. That is so true. It's like when you are in control of your mindset, of your emotional intelligence that we always talk about, you are able to come up, to be creative, to come up with the best of you, really. That's a lot. That's nice. And,
And from
and
there, yes, we start working on your power. We tap into your spiritual genius, spiritual
Mhm.
DNA, your strength, and we
Mhm.
start forming and leading you to understanding and realizing your purpose.
Mhm.
Understanding, so there has to be an alignment
Mhm.
between your soul, spirit, and body. And once this is aligned, you
Mhm.
feel that peace, that groundedness inside of you, that stillness,
Mhm.
which you it will enable you to drown the noises, the voices outside, and you know you're hearing the voice inside of you. This is where true empowerment comes in.
Yes.
Yes.
Love it. True empowerment comes from hearing the voice inside you. Very well said. That's true. And then the third phase, the third
So
step.
that's where we strategize. So from there, once these are aligned
Uh-huh.
and you realize what you have, not only in terms of personal abilities and strength, but understanding as well your network, because your network is your net worth, and
Mhm.
having the ability and the discernment to
Mhm.
decipher which belongs to you and which doesn't belong to you, to say no to doors that are not for you. And it
Mhm.
takes a certain level of maturity and discernment and wisdom to identify that. But these
Mhm.
can be learned. There are principles behind it. So
Mhm.
with this, we move into, rebuilding yourself and starting from the ground, from zero, from the ground up. And
Mhm. Mhm.
exactly, Dr. Hind, when we met, that was my state. It was like, I don't know where to start. And
Yes.
when we learn to tap into that power, the genius in us, we
Yes.
will see that we have unlimited resources. And then we start, it's like a house. You build a house, you have enough tools to build
Mhm.
something, and then we
Yeah.
strategize,
Yes.
and then we
Exactly.
plan, and then we execute.
Mhm. And then you follow the plan and then you stick to it because you have the strength, because you've defined where you want to go. And when you define where you want to go, then every day you discipline yourself. You have the reason why you wake up and you do the work. Yeah. And
That's
you
very good. I
yeah.
like what you said. You define where you want to go. This is a very powerful line, and it cannot be underestimated,
Mhm.
because a lot of people, they want a lot of things, but they don't know which way they want to walk. And
Yes.
truth be told, if we are always, we cannot identify where we're going, we will run, you will keep on running around in circles, and we
Mhm.
feel like, I feel stuck. Why I'm not moving forward? It's
Mhm.
because they cannot identify that path. This is very
Exactly. It's like you're running on a treadmill. It's like when
exactly.
you, instead of knowing, okay, I'm walking towards something, no matter how far it is, every step you do, you're grateful for what you've done. And more you're grateful, more you're ready to go more. And then the second step is getting you closer. And then you pull with the gratitude. And that's how we step and we continue. I love that.
Yes. Exactly. And after then, it's really, there will be challenges. So when you start executing, there will be challenges that you will encounter along the way. But these challenges are only, I would say, instruments
Mhm.
to test you. Are you ready? Are you sure you want to walk on that path? So these
Yes.
are, for me, these are just testing instruments to
Yeah.
test the courage, that I would say decisiveness and definiteness to walk on that path. So
That's
you
right.
face it, but this time you're not facing it with a weak heart and a weak mind. You're facing it with a courageous heart and mind, and you become resilient, and you know you're going there. So that's
Yes.
what I understand. When you live, you find that purpose, that sense of vision, that sense of mission in your life. No matter
Yes.
what will happen along the way, you know you're going there, and that peace, that guiding light,
Uh-huh.
it's just so powerful, Dr. Yin. And you saw me, right? Because
Yes.
I remember I was really like, there was so much emotion in me. I could not understand. And I remember, like you said, you need to do some inner work, then, because
That's right.
of your emotion. And I did the work. I did the inner work.
Yeah. And it helps you because it grounds you. Because that's when, and I always say that it's like more you're relaxed, more you're like grounded, more you let the energy flows, the energy guide you. So if you have all this creativity inside you, you need to also be able to listen to your intuition. And your intuition is so powerful. It is so powerful. It can make you decide on the name of the program, makes you decide on the steps. It just everything get channeled. And that's what you did really, is really you were able to channel this program. But I think what I want to also share is that not only you structured your program, but you actually have clients, which is
Yes, I did
amazing.
have.
Mm.
I did
Yeah.
have clients, and Yeah, so there was the execution part, and there are clients, and there are as well
Okay.
testimonials of transformation. In fact, there is one lady
Uh-huh.
whose name I cannot disclose.
That's okay.
um, she was struggling with, facing some clients,
Okay.
and we found out, we traced that she had a childhood trauma which we needed to
Trauma.
deal with.
Mm.
And that's when she realized these were the demons inside of me that I need to deal with. And
Mm.
when we did the healing process, I'm telling you, she told me every week she would ask her team to book at least 10 calls. Like, she would be the one to face the calls. And not only that, um, she overcame, smoking. She was,
Amazing.
yeah, and she had
Because
difficulty handling.
she was doing that badly for herself to hurt herself. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
And when I read her testimonial and via email, I really shed tears. Like,
Of course.
what is this? What is happening inside of her? So
Yeah.
she overcame that, the smoking habit or
Mhm.
addiction, and it was even a short span of time. It was less than 2 months.
Wow, that's
Yes, less
very
than two
good.
months.
So
Yes,
a lot of focus, a lot of discipline, a lot of trust. Because more you trust the mentor, the coach, more the impact is incredible because you follow the guidance.
yes.
Congratulations, Danessa. This is so powerful. You're doing so much good, so much good. I'm so proud of
And
you. Like, really,
thank you, Dr. Hen. But
really,
there's
really.
really one thing, because when you said something to me at the time, when before I started, you said it's very important that I organize my thoughts because
Mhm.
there were so many things on my plate and I need to organize and have a clear focus and the discipline. And when you
Mhm.
talk about discipline, um, it's doing, what you need to do even if you don't feel it at that moment. So
Mhm.
that discipline even entails not only doing the work but discipline on my food, because
Mhm.
our food can affect our energy level, our
Sure.
focus.
Mhm.
So I discipline on my food intake, I discipline on my exercise, even the time that I spend with people, with friends. you
Mhm.
know that's certain. When you set boundaries, when
Mhm.
we understand, okay, these boundaries are not to curtail my ability nor
Mhm.
curtail my freedom, but it's in
Mhm.
understanding, it's in the setting of the boundaries that there is more freedom. That's the irony there. Because when I said,
Wow.
okay, this one is only for that, that's where I understood what freedom is. Because I gave that power to myself and not to the external circumstance
Yes,
or the external force to take charge of how I'm going to run this life.
absolutely.
And that's
Absolutely.
very,
Yes.
yes,
And you're doing it so great. And I know you're writing a book about it, which is going to be a gift to so many women to see how
yes,
you can actually recreate yourself. You can help yourself from healing from trauma, from anything in the past. Tell me more about the book. Is it
yes.
coming? How is it
I'm
going?
gonna, yeah, thank you for asking about it. I really intend to have it published before the end of this year. And the book
Yes.
is literally about understanding the importance of self-love and self-care, because
Mhm.
I grew up serving people. The fact that my father's a minister and I serve the community, so that's my life. I serve people, I care for them, and I didn't understand my value, Dr. Hind. There was even a
Yes.
point that I don't ask for payment for my
Mm.
service. And I think less about myself. And I
Mm.
remembered one time, you even told me, you remember that, Donessa, when you release energy, when you release something, have the heart to accept it, have the heart to receive it.
Yes. Yes, because that's how you open the receiving. You need to
Yes,
open your arms and say
yes,
thank you for whatever
yes.
is given to you. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, I
And
love that. We had such a
yes,
good time in that
yes.
cohort. It was really fun.
Yes, and
Yeah.
with this, and I believe that when the ideas are executed, they are not mere ideas; they become a reality. So this is
Mhm.
one thing, the those short moments that we have and the words that you spoke to me, I executed on them, and that's when I felt this is my reality now. These are not just words or ideas spoken,
Yes.
thrown out in the air. So anyway, going back to the book, it's about understanding self care and self love and setting boundaries, understanding when to say yes. I mean, having the discernment to say yes and no. And when, whatever we do to people, it's going to come back to us. So we have to be always mindful and intentional that what we do to our fellow men
Mhm.
is sending a message that, hey, that's what you're going to do to yourself. So the moment you hurt someone, you're
Yes,
actually sending a message that one way, sooner or later, someone is going to hurt you. So
so
it's choosing to walk on the path of love, forgiveness,
true.
choosing to walk on the path of justice, the path of
Mhm.
righteousness,
Mhm.
and really fairness. These things, the moral values. And it's very important because when we choose to do these things,
Mhm.
naturally the circumstance will be orchestrated in such a way that it will be to your favor.
Absolutely. Exactly. It's like I always say it, the how to get where you're going, it's just gonna be crafted so perfectly from the divine, from that bigger light that it will always be at your service. It will be for you to help you. I love that. And that's what you really and that's you trust that because of your strong faith also. Having a strong faith gives you helps you draw that inner power whenever you feel it's not there. So you come back to that strong faith and you know everything is going to fall.
Yes.
That's good. Mm.
And there's one thing as well you mentioned. We because this week you're having your series, right? And
Yes.
you talk about abundance and wealth. And
Uh-huh.
there was because I wasn't able to type it, but you said, when we think of abundance, sometimes people who consider, oh, I need to have more money for me to abundant. I need to have this and that for me to start a business.
Mm.
And but then it starts from a mind. It comes from an abundant mindset that
Mm.
you believe that the resources are just there and have to let it be. Now,
Yeah.
in the past, Dr. Hin, I used to think that way. I used to, I need to have this money yet. I need to have this, and that was
Yeah,
so,
to start. Yeah.
and it was so much of a struggle, really. But
Yeah.
when you just let it be, you understand the purpose, and you
Mm.
come from, like the heart is generous. The heart is also abundant. There is
Mm.
no greed. You don't allow greed to corrupt your heart.
Mhm.
And the purpose of having more in life so we can give more. So
Mhm.
coming from that mindset, and you just conceptualize a business model, and this is what you're gonna do.
Mm.
Funds just came in.
Yes.
The capital came in.
Yes, this
Yes,
is amazing. This is, oh my God.
yes,
You
it's
are
true.
exactly the embodiment what we talk about and what I teach in the BAL method and what's the BAL
Yes,
method about. You are
exactly.
absolutely. That's why I am so not only proud of you but inspired. I mean, by you and how this is truly happens. This
Yes,
is when you believe in something and you visualize it and you put it in your mind and you let go of the how, because often what stops us is you want to figure out the how I'm going to get the money, we're going to
yes,
it's just going to
yes.
yes,
And
I
money
love
just came in. And then after that, I said, money came in. That means, there we have an investor. And after that, I I because I have strong faith, in God, and I prayed for the right people, the right team, the right
it.
project manager who has the expertise and the abilities.
Hmm.
And I've noticed that over the years, people, and you mentioned about excellence and integrity. So
Yes.
people are actually just looking, they are just observing us. So,
Mm.
whatever seed we planted in the past, whatever seed of integrity, whatever seed of excellence, word of honor, these are very important values.
Yes.
Sometimes we think, oh, I don't see the tree yet, but it's okay.
No,
You
I
need to do
meant
the
to that.
seed. Yeah, and
Mm.
then once the time is right, when you reach out to these people and they see that you are growing as well as a person, your words matter. Whatever you say to them, it has weight, it has gravity, it has value, and they
Mhm.
know that you're a person of integrity, and they will say yes to you because they will believe in the vision. They will believe in what you have and what you
Because you
can offer.
stand for who you are, you stand for
Yes.
your values.
And
And
they will just cooperate.
yes, of course. And they'll come back and do it. And even if you feel that they're not listening to you, nobody is hearing you, nobody is watching you, they are there. They
Yes,
are there.
that's
And
true.
you keep on being the best of you, who you are, standing on your values. Yeah.
That's
I
right.
want to say hello to who's joining us. Hi, Manal. Hi, Fatin. We have some beautiful comments for you, Donessa, in the chat. Awesome. This is really inspiring. Um, thank you for the beautiful word this Saturday morning, Donessa. That's beautiful. You have all this. Thank you. So nice to see you. If you're just joining us, say hi, say where you're connecting from. If you're watching us on a replay, send us some love for Donessa, for everyone, and let's share. This is beautiful. Wow. So you are rising up as a businesswoman also by with your company in Philippines, and that's really nice. How is it coming along now?
So we are basically, it's related to real estate. So we are working on it. Of course, it's since it's real estate, it doesn't happen in 1 month, right? But we are working. There's a team. It's basically a combination of building a house and selling it, and it's also
Mhm.
a combination of the other business model is buying a property a lot and then we sell it, and then
Okay.
it's like subdivision. We
Mhm.
divide the lots and then we sell it. So basically, I'm exploring two business models in the real estate industry because real estate is a broad, industry. There are so many aspects there that we can explore,
Mhm.
and we just have to find the right person who can manage it. So
Right.
basically, we are on that stage right now, and we're doing well.
Oh, congratulations. This is great. This is great because you've
Yes,
come a long way and it will grow. This is a business that
yes.
will scale up. So keep a big
It's a
long-term
baby.
vision.
Just
Yeah.
imagine, Dr. Hind, we finished our last session was in December, right? So after
Yes.
that, I drafted my own program. So
Yes.
parallel or simultaneously, I was working on this project along. And
Mhm.
yeah, so things are moving.
Oh,
And I believe that success is a journey. And I
it
also
is.
believe that success is not about reaching one destination, but it's about what these things we're doing now
Mhm.
made us. What has this experience? Uh, how do you call it? What does it make me become?
Yeah, exactly.
It's
How did it
more.
empower me? How did
Yes,
it make me grow? It's like a journey of continuous growth. It's a journey of
yes,
continuous development. It's a journey of continuous evolution. And as you are getting closer, and that's what success. And that's what success and being happy. I think. Mm.
that's true. And when you reach that stage, you realize, oh, I need to improve. No, this is the
Yeah.
skill that I need to improve. This is
Yeah.
the mindset that I need to
Yeah.
have. And it's
Mm.
really a level, a different dimension, and you
Yeah.
just grow. And with that mindset, we remain humble, we remain grounded,
Mm.
because we
Yeah.
understand the purpose of success is
That's it.
not just about us. Of
No.
course, it's become prosperity, enjoying the luxury of life. That's for me is a bonus.
Hmm.
For me, yes, we are entitled to that because that's our spiritual birthright. But
Yes.
more than just about individual happiness, it's about I receive it, I enjoy it, so I can give it back. And
Exactly.
that's where we empower people. That's where we give them what we have, the mind that we have, the resources. And we provide that empowerment not by spoon feeding people, but
Mhm.
providing them the tools to
Mhm.
develop themselves and to improve themselves.
Yeah. And that's how you create the real impact around you. And that's what I was talking about yesterday in the day 5 of the workshop is making an impact. Making an impact is that you enjoy life, success is for you, but also you give. You give
Yes.
and you help the one on the right, the help on the right, on the left, and that's how you make impact. And with the ripple effect, every work you do can impact millions without you feeling it or knowing it. But you can embody that by
Yes.
standing on your values, by truly believing what you do and giving your best in what you do. And that's what
Yes.
you do. And you are the embodiment of what excellence is, my dear Donessa. And I love you for coming and sharing all this, but also for the beautiful things you are doing through your program, helping people that have gone through trauma to find hope again and get themselves empowered. And also the business model and the business that you developed in Philippines, it's going to help so many families and also
Yes.
creating jobs there. So
Yes. Exactly.
you should be
Yeah.
so proud of yourself. Ah,
Thank
exciting. You can read the book. We're gonna have you come for the book, and then we can
Sure,
invite everyone to buy it also.
sure, sure.
So what do you
And
want
I
to say?
think,
Tell
yes.
me. Tell me,
And
please.
I believe as well, when we talk about empowerment and success, I really believe in the mastermind. I believe in the concept of the principle of mastermind, having your inner core where you grow, you feed each other, you help, and you speak the language of vision and the language of dreams, the
Mm,
language of contribution, the language of legacy. So that's where, and with that, you find strength among each other and within each other. So
mm,
I believe, Dr. Hind, that mentorship is really important.
of course.
I
It's
believe in the power of mentorship,
oh yes.
in learning from people who have gone ahead of us. And I
Mhm,
believe in having, we call it fact, a faithful,
mhm,
we have a teachable heart, a heart that's willing to be corrected, a
mm,
heart that is accepting, you accept correction, you
mm.
accept to be led.
I always say that leaders are students of leadership for life. So
Yeah.
they are always learning. And when they can see someone who can pull them and calibrate them to a higher standard, that's the mentorship is about, is really to calibrate you to a higher standard in terms of your quality of life, in terms of the impact you make, and in terms of you being content that you have actually taken the time and using your genius to for a great program like you, for as a businesswoman. I am, this is amazing, this is just a beautiful it's true. Yeah.
Because you saw me, right from
It's
ground zero,
true.
like you
You
saw me
guys,
from there,
what do
and
you want
how
to say to whoever would like to join the Empowered Leaders Mastermind? How can you encourage women to tell them that this is good for them, because it will bring so much to them than they thought they ever could.
sure. I really encourage the ladies to join the um, empower the mastermind of Dr. Hin, because um, it's different when someone sometimes, when we are on our own, we cannot see our flaws. But when you are in a group of women, empowered women, you help each other, you build each other up. So you tap on each other's strength, and with your weakness, when someone points that out, someone coaches you, this is the area where you need to improve. I'm telling you, the learning curve shortens, and you realize, okay, this is the path I'm gonna take. Second, it provides you a community where that energy and the encouragement, the inspiration, you listen to each other's story, and you will realize that each person has his, I'm sorry, each woman, every woman has her own inspiring story. And from that story, you learn from it.
Mhm.
And from that learning, you execute. And
Yes.
third, it's very important to be in a group where people or women have an empowered mindset, because you get it. Now, if we want to go up, we need to be with people who think in that level.
Right.
Otherwise, we remain here.
Yeah.
And our network will determine as well our success, in a sense that we will start thinking how they think. If their mind is programmed to think success, if their mind is wired for abundance, then you start acquiring that as well. And
Yes.
this is one of the things I got, one of the many things I got in Dr. Hind's mastermind. That's a living proof in what I have right now.
Yes, this is amazing. This is so beautiful. That's
Because
great.
I started without this. I joined without this.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this is well done. And you are so eloquently expressing that. It's really nice. It has been beautiful having this conversation. I loved it. I don't even want it to stop. You are so enjoyable as usual. I love you, Donessa, and you are an inspiration to every woman. And I want to really truly thank you for all what you do for the world, whether it is from helping women from a house or and men, because you work with everyone who wants to come out from trauma, but also as standing up as a businesswoman. And I think you are a role model for so many young women in Philippines and all over the world. So congratulations. You should be so proud. And I'm so proud of
Thank you,
you.
Doctor. Wherever I go, they will ask me, okay, I actually bring your name with me. Okay, who was your mentor? It's Dr. Hynd. When you have a
Oh,
mentor and you bring that along, who was
yeah.
your last? I always bring your name with me.
Always come, take me along. That's what I am here for, always.
Yes.
And it's always beautiful and wonderful to be part of this big family, because that's how I feel. I feel that we are families, and we should do an event where we all meet physically and give you a big
Yeah.
hug. And we'll plan that.
You.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
Doctor,
much.
as well. No,
Thank
I
you.
really want to thank you as well for offering your expertise to the world. And I feel that, the nurturing nature in you, the mother in you, when you deal with us women, I think that's also very important. The person will feel safe and you are in good hands. Like you have that nurturing, caring mother nature in you. So it's so nice. And I think that's the reason why, it works so well with women.
Yes, exactly. Always that mother part that comes. Well, that is, but I also make you work. I know. You know
Yeah.
that. You
Yeah.
see, we plan, we work. There is some planning, being a university professor. And so I know that, you got to do the plan and do the work. If you want to be a businesswoman, it's an athlete. An athlete, they train. Athlete, they stick to to the program. And that's what you are so brilliant and doing. That's why you're rising like a star, my dear Donessa.
Thank you. And thanks as to your program. I like that, work on the program. Do it. Do it.
Yes, you do. You act, you take actions. You not just like sit here and meditate and like, what am I waiting for? No, you gotta
Yes.
go and do the work, and everything is
It's
gonna
true.
just flow at the end.
Yes.
Beautiful. Well, thank you for being with me on this Saturday. I'm sending you so much love to you and to your beautiful children, and wishing you all your dreams come true.
Thank you, Dr. Ian. Thanks as well for having me on your program, on your platform. It has been an honor and a privilege. And thank you for the opportunity. Thanks
Wonderful.
for being a part of my life. Thanks for
Yeah,
being
this
in
is.
my life.
I feel the same, my dear Donessa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have a great weekend. Love you. Bye
Thank
bye. Bye
you.
to everyone who's watching us. Bye.
Bye.